Friends, before starting today's horror story, I would like to tell you a very interesting stat. 80% of our viewers who watch our stories haven't subscribed to our channel. And if you are one of them, you have to do a small task where you have to click to the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you are the first to get the notification as soon as our video arrives. Manananggal, scary urban horror legend. David was an exceptional travel writer with a different yet interesting passion for exploring countries far and wide. His passion and liking to discover lesser-known places often took him to places not known by the people, making him understand and interested in cultures and landscapes that many could only dream of experiencing. Recently, his journey brought him to the Philippines, a country famous for natural beauty and vibrant traditions. Deeply touched by the tales of its enchanting villages and serene countryside, David decided to delve deeper into its heart. After visiting several towns and beautiful villages, David made his way to Capiz province in the Visayan Islands, a region that is very famous for its myths and folklore. There, in one of its smallest towns, he found a place that felt untouched by time. The town was very scenic and picturesque. It was filled with lush greenery, quaint homes, and the kind of peace that one rarely encounters in bustling cities. What made the experience even more remarkable were the locals, who were warm, welcoming, and always ready to share stories about their town. One day, as David sat by the riverbank, soaking in the tranquil surroundings, his attention was drawn to a woman fetching water. She wore a traditional Philippine hat called a salakot, adding an air of mystery to her appearance. Intrigued by the scene, David felt it was perfect for his blog. He picked up his camera and began capturing her, framing the moment as a blend of human connection and cultural essence. As he clicked away, the unexpected happened. The woman's salakot slipped off, revealing her face. David was stunned. She was breathtakingly beautiful, with features so striking that he found himself momentarily entranced. Her beauty seemed almost as if she didn't belong to this world, unlike anything David had ever seen before. Awestruck, he snapped another photo, inadvertently drawing her attention. When she realized she was being photographed, the woman panicked. Covering her face with her salakot, she abandoned her bucket and fled in haste. David's heart sank. He feared he had made her uncomfortable, and the thought troubled him deeply. As dusk settled, he returned to the only hotel in the town. Exhaustion from the day's adventures weighed heavily on him, and he soon fell into a deep sleep. However, the night brought an eerie turn of events. David was jolted awake by a sensation, an unsettling feeling that someone was breathing close to his face. As he opened his eyes, he froze in fear. A figure sat by his bedside. Her face was covered by a salakot, with only her lips visible. The dim light of the room cast an ominous shadow over her presence. Terrified, David jumped out of the bed and backed toward the door. Trying to gather his courage, he demanded to know who she was. The figure remained still, silent and unmoving. Then, in a sudden motion, she turned her head toward him, revealing an evil and scary smile. Her lips were blackened and her teeth, sharp, decayed, and horrifying, sent a chill down David's spine. Panic set in as David grabbed the kettle of water on the nightstand and threw it at her. The figure shrieked, a blood-curdling sound that echoed through the room. To David's horror, two large wings sprouted from her back. Hovering in the air, to his surprise, it was revealed that her lower body was entirely missing, with blood dripping from the severed torso. The creature let out another scream before shattering the window and vanishing into the night. Trembling, David called the hotel reception. Staff members arrived quickly and found him pale and visibly shaken. Realizing what he had encountered, they told him about the Manananggal, a malevolent spirit from Filipino folklore. The hotel staff explained that the Manananggal is a creature capable of splitting its body in half. The upper half detaches, allowing it to fly using its bat-like wings. Known for its elongated tongue, the creature preys on the blood of its victims, often targeting pregnant women, children, and men with robust physiques. Hearing this, David felt a shiver run down his spine. He had always dismissed such tales as mere superstition, but the night's events made it impossible to ignore. An elderly manager provided David with protective items: salt, crushed garlic, and ash, believed to repel the Manananggal. He advised David to keep them close and use them if the creature returned. That night, David switched rooms, but sleep eluded him. The next day, driven by curiosity and a sense of responsibility, David began investigating the Manananggal. He spoke to villagers who shared with him the creepy stories of recent attacks. They mentioned that 13 people had died in the past month, including 6 pregnant women and 4 children. Fear gripped the community, and many suspected that a young woman named Mia was the Manananggal. However, no one dared confront her. Determined to uncover the truth, David decided to visit Mia's house. As he approached her door, he started feeling a bit uneasy. His mind was full of different questions, one of them being, what if the villagers were right? Was he walking straight into the mouth of danger? Gathering his courage, he knocked. To his astonishment, Mia opened the door. She was the same woman he had seen by the river, even more stunning up close. Before he could speak, she softly requested, "Please delete my photos. I don't like strangers keeping them." Her words carried a mix of shyness and sadness. David apologized and assured her the photos would be deleted. Hesitant but determined, he asked her about the Manananggal. Tears welled up in Mia's eyes as she recounted her tragic story. She had been deeply in love with Kitla, her childhood friend. They were to be married 3 weeks ago, but on their wedding day, Kidlet fell victim to the Manananggal. The villagers, consumed by fear and superstition, blamed Mia and banished her from the community. Now, she lived in isolation, terrified for her unborn child, Kidlet's baby, just 1 month in her womb. In the days that followed, David and Maya became incredibly close. They found solace in each other's company, sharing their fears and dreams. What started as friendship gradually blossomed into love. David, moved by Mia's courage and her heartbreaking story, made a decision. He would take her and her unborn child to Canada. There, they could leave behind the judgment and danger of the village and start a fresh, safe life together. Filled with hope, they planned to leave the next night, ready to begin a new yet difficult chapter. As David made his way to Mia's house that evening, he noticed something flying out of the jungle and vanishing into the night sky. Curious, he ventured into the woods and stumbled upon a horrifying sight: the severed lower half of a woman's body. Realizing it was the Manananggal, David cursed himself for forgetting the protective items back at the hotel. Suddenly, David heard Mia scream and rushed to her house. When he entered, he saw a horrifying sight. The Manananggal was attacking Mia, biting her neck and drinking her blood. Its sharp claws went deep inside her stomach. David froze in shock, unable to believe what he was witnessing. The creature's wings flapped violently as it continued its gruesome act, leaving David terrified and desperate to save Mia from the horrifying attack. David screamed her name, drawing the creature's attention. It snarled, grabbed the lifeless baby from Mia's womb, and flew away. Mia tragically lost her life to the Manananggal. Devastated, David returned to Canada, but he couldn't escape the memories of that horrifying night. The loss of Mia and her unborn child weighed heavily on him. Though he tried to move on, The encounter with the Manananggal left a permanent mark on his heart, a haunting reminder of the love and tragedy he experienced in the Philippines. If you like the story, then do subscribe to our channel, Bloody Monday, and keep watching for more such spine-chilling horror videos. Please do share the videos with your friends and family so that we could get motivation for uploading more of such spooky videos. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our eerie, heart-pounding videos. Keep watching and stay brave.